Alright, so we are going to do more of this game, Human Resource Machine. So we are currently here at level year 13, so it's by year. And I've worked, 12 years in this company? Alright, so Equalization room, year 13. And this time someone is here, maybe observing the working condition, not sure. Right, sometimes some numbers are bigger than the other numbers and sometimes they are the same. How can we know? I read about that here in this great book. Which number are you for the aspiration? You can borrow it later. Sure. Right, people here observing. Alright, let's tell me more. You're doing just fine. I don't have a favorite employee. I enjoy supervising all that equally. The equalization room. Get two things from the inbox. If they are equal, put one of them in the outbox. Okay. Discard non-equal pair. Not equal, don't care. Okay, repeat. You got comments. You can use that if you like to mark section of your program. Okay, it is a programming so-called convention, okay, to write the first thing, hello world, hello, comma, world, there should be exclamation mark. Okay, hello world. Alright, let's throw this away. Okay, not going to use it. Bye. Alright. Now this is vertical, don't know whether that's I don't think that does anything. Okay, so get two things from the inbox. Give me an example. Okay. If they are equal, then we throw. If they are not equal, we throw. If they are equal, we throw to our box. Okay, we give to our box. Not equal, throw. Equal, give to our box. Okay, so take the first thing, we have to remember it, right? So standard is to copy to. So this is cell 0. Throw to our box. Okay. No. And take one more from the inbox. Alright. And we need to compare. We need to have a way to compare, right? And the only way here to compare, because our branching, okay, this is the only way to branch, is using if 0. So the only way to compare whether two things is the same is to subtract one from the other. So what I have on my hand, I'm going to subtract from here. Alright. If 0, we jump. So once again, we are going to write out the part if it is not 0. So if it's not 0, it means that both numbers are not equal. If they are not equal, then I'm going to just discard. Okay, and start reading the next thing. Discard, throw them away. Alright, if they are 0, then how? If they are 0, we are going to do things, right? Okay. And then, okay, so just now the path is done. Alright, the path is done. We are ready to code if it's 0. If it's 0, once again, I can throw it behind, finish coding, and throw it to the front. Alright, but we will definitely want to take from the inbox eventually. So why don't we just go all the way to the front, okay, using our amortization technique. Okay, then what if it's 0? If it's 0, then the thing's good. The thing's good. We will want to, but what we are holding in our hand now is 0. We cannot just output that thing. Okay, so we will need to just take what is from the cell. That will be the original number, right? Throw it to the outbox, and we are ready to look at what's in the inbox again. Alright, that should be correct. That should be correct. Okay, one more thing, the first step, right? The first wasteful step to reach the inbox. Alright, so let's verify. First thing, we go over to the start of the program, the actual start. Alright, take from the inbox, copy that thing to cell 0, take from the inbox again, it's 1, right? Okay, we subtract them to check whether they are the same. If it's not 0, it's not the same. So jump if 0, we will not jump. We'll go over to here, then we'll jump and take another thing from the inbox. This time we'll take 9, and then we will take a copy to cell 0, take 9 again, subtract, realize that it's 0, right? Should we jump? Yes, now the things are the same. Okay, what we're holding on is 0. It's not 9, we want to give 9. How do we do that? Take from cell 0, throw to outbox. And then we are ready to look at the inbox again. Alright, I guess the code is correct. Let's just run it through. Okay, congratulations, it's the correct code. Equalization room, size challenge. 9 exact. Speed challenge. Oh, nice. Okay, sometimes we can hit both at the same time. It will eventually get rare and we can only hit one of them. Okay, so continue to elevator. This is done. Congratulations to us. Maximization room year 14. Well, there have been change of plans. The accounting department has determined that treating all numbers equally is no longer profitable. So it's the same boss that follow us all the way talking crap. Management wants the big numbers only. Big numbers. Sure. Tell me more. I don't really care which number, bigger or smaller. Don't care. Pay the same no matter what. Right. So the boss make mistake doesn't get pay deducted. But on the other hand, do well doesn't get pay increase, so probably the company's bad. Okay, grab 2 things from the inbox, put only the bigger of the 2 in the outbox, bigger one. Equal, just pick either one, it's the same. Okay, repeat. Now we have a new command, jump if negative. It is useful. What we have negative, then we follow the jump. Okay, less than 0. If it's 0 or positive, okay, non-negative. Alright, 0 or positive, I'll call it non-negative. Okay, if it's non-negative, then we don't follow the jump. Alright, you continue the next line. Okay, let's take a look at the example. Right, 9-2 return 9, negative form negative 1. Negative 1 is actually bigger. Alright, so return negative 1. 8-8 return either one, same. 2 negative 7, 2 is bigger. Alright, so we take from the inbox. Alright, we copy to the first one, the first cell, just leave it there. Okay, and then same thing as the previous program, I guess. Then you'll want to take from the inbox again. Then naively we will need to remember our current number. Okay, we copy to this time the next cell, so we now have 2 numbers. Alright, well, I'm still holding on to the second number, so I can subtract the first number. Okay, when I subtract the first number, what will happen? When I subtract the first number, I can check whether which one is larger. Okay, if negative, our branching method is if negative. So we are once again going to code out the case that if it is non-negative. If it's non-negative, it means that the second number is larger, right? Okay, so I'm going to copy from the second number, throw it to the outbox. After we throw it to the outbox, I'm ready to look at the next set again. Okay, so that completes the one of the path. Alright, 2, 7. Let's run and see whether it will always return the second number. Okay, so you take from the inbox 3. Alright, I take from the inbox 7. I copy to the first cell. I use it to subtract the second cell. Okay, regardless of the number. Okay, for this case, luckily it is positive. Okay, but regardless of number, we are going to follow the positive path. The positive path will take whatever is in cell 1, okay, which is the second input, and throw it to the output. And then you'll go back to the top. Yeah, so it does do what we want it to do. Very good. And then now we are ready to put in what if it's negative. Over here, right? Over here, if after subtracting what I hold on is actually negative, the first number is actually bigger. I will instead need to copy from the first number and throw it to the outbox. Okay, so the naive way is to code it all the way in at the end of what we already have. Alright, and then this time I'm going to copy from the first, the cell 0. Okay, I would need to throw the outbox and jump to the front. I could put outbox and jump, but I could also reuse the code from here. Correct? I'll go back to here, then go to outbox, jump back to the top. Alright, this should work. Let me check. This is a good time to check what is the optimization challenge. Okay, optimization challenge 10 step. I definitely use more than that. Complete in 34 or fewer steps. Right, I'm not sure whether firstly this is the correct code or not. So before we optimize, first thing to do, verify that this is correct. Okay, so let's run. Right, conveyor belt moves. This is the correct code. Alright, I use one more command than I should. Okay, speed challenge doesn't meet, so both of them doesn't meet. Let's see whether we can optimize one of them. Okay, so this is what I meant. Alright, it's very possible that the first draft of the code doesn't satisfy anything. Okay, and then if we can optimize towards something we do, otherwise I guess it is okay. It is very important to be able to tell ourselves that, hey, you know, it's alright, just leave it be. Okay, so we just need to save one line of command. Okay, and let's figure out what are the commands that we can save. Okay, jump is usually one place that we can try to shortcut, but if it doesn't feel like I could save much from jumping over here, I may be able to save on the optimization. How far am I from the optimization? Number of steps. I forgot to check the number of steps. Because usually number of steps is harder to optimize. Right. But I'm just 3 steps away. 3 steps away may still have methods. Okay, we are going to use the amortization technique. Alright. Instead of outboxing here, we are going to outbox all the way here, because no matter how we are going to outbox. Correct? Jump if negative, then it will copy from 1, and then if the number is positive, you'll copy from cell 1 and then outbox. So we are going to move the jump here to here to outbox. Alright. Well, if it is negative, what do we want to do? We want to copy from 0 and then jump also to the outbox. Okay, if it's negative, it'll come here, it'll jump to the top, it'll outbox. And all is left is the amortization step, which is all the way at the start. I should jump to the real start of the program, which is the inbox step. Okay, I am not sure. Firstly, let's check whether the code is correct. If it's not, then we will step around. Okay, still correct. Does it save the steps we need? Size challenge shouldn't achieve. In fact, we use one more command. Speed challenge still doesn't. Back. Alright, so it actually doesn't save even if we amortize this thing. Jump if negative. We can't avoid that. Correct? We can't avoid that. Right, so the optimization step isn't with amortization. Okay. The optimization should be somewhere else than jump if negative. Jump if negative we can further move this step upwards. Okay. Jump if negative goes here. Then if it's negative, right, we will want to copy from 0. Jump is negative, copy from 0, and we don't jump again. We don't jump again. Alright, if it's not negative, okay, I'll copy from cell 1, then I'll outbox. If it's negative, I'll copy from cell 0, we outbox. Yes, this should be proper amortization. Alright, this time, I actually save one step when it is negative. Hopefully it will hit this time. It reduced a bit, it's still 1 away. Okay, it reduced by 2. That means 2 of them actually will compare to negative, and I should return the first thing. Alright, still not enough, still not enough. We able to optimize a little bit more. Just one more steps. Let's see. Copy to 0. Copy to 1. We can't avoid that, right? Copy to 0. Copy to 1. Okay, so this another way we could try to save. In computing, there are some sort of optimization technique. This is naive, this reference. It exactly read what we need to do. Alright? An alternative way to implement this thing is, instead of returning the first input, second input, okay, we are going to return some sort of so-called mathematical result. Okay, so we are going to throw 4 here. Alright, 4 will go into the first cell. Then we'll read 7. We will need to do subtraction. Can we do the right thing without storing 7 here? Okay, 7 minus 4 give us 3. Alright, and then this tells us that we should return 7. But if we don't store it, how do we return it? Well, we can still return 7 by using the result 3 plus whatever is in the first cell. Okay, so what we return is no longer the second input, but the second input minus the first input plus the first input. Okay, it's the mathematical result. You'll always be correct. It will still be the second input. But what happened is then we don't need to store things in cell 1. Okay, so when we get things from the input, instead of copying to cell 1, we are going to save this one step. Bye-bye that one step. Subtract. If it's not negative, okay, if it's not negative, instead of copy from, we are going to add cell 0. Because there's no longer any cell 1. Okay. If it's negative, you'll copy from cell 0. Let's see what improvement this may make. Alright, it should save one step. It should save one step. Okay, and it actually hit both. Nice. We remove enough things to have size of 10. And speed, we actually have faster than 34. Sometimes this may happen. That means this code is pretty super optimized. It is not a good thing actually. Okay, it satisfies everything for street cred. This is good, but in actual usage, we seldom want this kind of thing because it's hard to read. Correct? What I'm returning is not the second input, but the second minus the first plus the first. Imagine that, reading that, and trying to understand it. Okay, but well, this is a game and we need to hit the challenge, so kudos to us. Alright, so let's continue. Okay, we are at the next coffee break. The coffee break is 1 year.
And that, ladies, is how I saved a bundle on my long-distance telephone service.
Yes, I can understand. I thought they are talking gibberish.
Back to work, everyone.
Back to work, everyone. I thought they are talking gibberish, but they are not.
A massive army of machines has surrounded the city. The machines are not moving, and they are not communicating. Local authorities are investigating.
Oh, that's like Skynet. Alright, and that completes. We have completed the coffee break. Okay, and let's take a look. Alright, actually, I think here's a good place to take a break. Should I take a break here? No, actually I shouldn't take a break here. Why don't I try everything on the left path? Shall we? Try everything on the left path. I hope it won't overextend the video. Exclusive launch level year 17. Okay, so yes, I always feel more comfortable with nice, cool, logical decision. This lady is back. Emotional decision are for the weak. Weak. Sure. Tell me more, tell me more. Yeah. This assignment is a basic Boolean logic operation. Basic. Sure. Bosses like to say that. It's called XOR. Exclusive OR. With this news information, you may research independently if you like. Yes, you can always Google to figure out XOR is a real concept. Okay, but it's really very hard to code it like assembly code, which is what we are doing. Okay, pretty hard. Okay, for each two things in the inbox, send a 0 to the outbox if they have the same sign, both are positive or both are negative. Okay, send a 1 if the sign is different. Okay, repeat until it's empty. Once again, if we don't really know what it meant, okay, let's take a look at example, right? So, -2, -3, same sign, return 0. 2, 2, same sign, 0. Same sign, 0, same sign, 0. Not a good example. We should actually see one with different sign, right? Otherwise, we just return straight 0. Does the example change? The example does change. These two have different sign, right? Positive, negative, return 1. Negative, positive, return 1. Negative, negative, return 0. Positive, positive, return 0. It should have been this example. This example covers all possibilities, all major possibilities, right? So we should see this example actually. Okay, not sure how to do like all puzzles from now on. So let's why don't we just try out what will happen. Okay, we have to take -3. Okay, chances is I have to store it, right? I have to store it. Let's store it at cell 0. Okay, and then I can take the next thing, 5. Once again, I can compare them. Let's see whether we can do the previous trick. Okay, we are going to just compare them immediately. Compare them immediately, and then so I don't store it. And then if it is the jump is if it's negative, right? Wait a minute, that doesn't actually compare the sign. That actually doesn't compare the sign. Alright, it actually doesn't compare the sign. So I actually need the jump if negative and so on. Okay, so let's do a naive correct code first, right? I take from the input. I actually don't store them at all. Okay, that's not important. If it's negative, it's the jump. So I'm going to code the case where it is positive first. If it's positive, I want to take the next value and check. If this value is again positive, I have 2 positive, I want to return 0. So copy from this thing and outbox it. Alright. Then we are reached with and then we should repeat. Alright, and this complete the positive case. Positive. What happens if it is we do the last jump? The last jump occur here. Correct? So if it's positive, negative, what will happen? Well, then I will want to return the 1. Copy from the cell 5, the 1. Okay, outbox it and return. I could save the outbox by jumping here. Okay, hopefully it's not a bad decision. I'm trying to optimize already. Okay, and pre-optimization code will make it harder to change later because what I have now is likely going to be inefficient. Alright, but anyway, let's just continue and see how. Alright, now we go back to the inbox. Here, there is the other condition. If it's negative, then how? Correct? If it's negative, we code it all the way at the end. Alright, if it's negative, then I will want to read from the inbox. I guess no choice, we have to read it twice. Okay, maybe there are way to optimize it away, I'm not sure. Okay, read from the inbox. If it's positive or if it's non-negative, what should I do? If it is non-negative, then I will, I seriously hope that they don't give 0. I guess we will only see positive or negative number, we won't see 0. Okay, and that's important. Alright, so if it's non-negative and it actually have to be positive, I will actually have negative positive. I should copy from, I should take number 1. Okay, copy from cell 5, take the number 1 and then outbox that thing. Jump to the outbox. Jump to the outbox, throw it out and return to the top. Alright. I'm left with the last case, I think. If it's negative, negative. Okay, if it's negative, negative. What will happen? Well, if it's negative, I should come here, right? Actually, just come here. Copy from 4, outbox it. And this will mean that if it is negative, positive, I could actually just skip this. Okay, no, what am I doing? I could actually skip this. Instead of copy from 5, then jump to outbox, I could immediately jump to here, copy from 5, jump to outbox. So I save this, and for this jump, I will do this. So they're equivalent. Alright, pretty confusing. Let's see how correct this will be. Okay, I'm going to be lazy and just run the whole thing, shall I? Nah, let's not. Okay, what I've just did was just to spill out what's in my brain. It may be wrong or what's not. Let me repeat what's in my brain again, step by step, by seeing how it actually runs. First thing, go to the inbox, pick up -3. If it's negative, then we jump, right? Okay, we code out the positive path first, then the negative path. So now it's a negative path, it jump all the way to here. Let's take a look at the next one. Okay, and it turns out to be positive, so we don't jump here. When it's positive, we have a positive negative, right? So we should come to here, copy from cell 5, the value 1, throw it to the outbox, okay, and go all the way back to the top. The value is thrown correctly, that's why there's no error yet. Okay, and that's the next round. Next round, take from inbox is positive, right? We don't jump. Immediately see the next value is positive, we don't jump again. This time both are the same, we copy from 4. Go to outbox, and then it will jump. Okay, so far I think it's correct. Let's run through the whole thing. Okay, not sure. Doesn't look optimized. Maybe there are more ways, better ways to do it. Whoa, wow, I actually hit one of them. Nice, that is great. Okay, I actually hit one of them. The other one, the speed challenge, is unfortunate. That one is going to be hard. I'm surprised. I actually hit the size challenge. Okay, let's go back. This hit the size challenge. Good job to us. Let's store here. This actually is a code for size. Alright, okay, nice. And then let's copy this. Okay, let's spend a few minutes and see whether we can hit the speed challenge, and we'll call it a day. Alright. Speed challenge require us, I guess, in this case, to reduce the number of jumps. Just reduce the number of jumps, frankly. Okay, and basically how many checks we have to do? We have to do the if negative checks. We can't avoid that. What we can try to avoid is this, for example, if negative, I actually jump here to copy, jump here to output, jump again to the top. That take 3 jump for this case. The way to get rid of the speed problem, okay, is to increase the size, correct? There's a trade-off. This is a well-known trade-off. Computing has a lot of trade-off anyway. Okay, so what I meant is, instead of if it's negative, right, if it's positive, we will continue with this jump. Instead of jumping to here to copy 5, okay, we do step by step. Okay, let's this is called refactoring, step by step, things that are correct, and then we test them. Okay, so instead of coming here, I copy from 5, I add this in, then I no longer need to do this thing, correct? So this jump no longer need to come here to do this thing. It just need to follow the next jump, which is to here, right? So this jump instead go directly to the outbox step. Okay, this is correct. We should verify. Okay, and test whether it decrease the speed, increase, make some saving over here. So now it's become 30. What is it better? Actually, frankly, I forgot. Was it better? Let's verify. The size challenge have an exact number of steps for the size, and 31. So we actually save 1 step, correct? And 1 step closer to the speed challenge. Okay, and that's not the end, because what this jump does effectively is to trigger the output and then jump all the way back to the top. So what we could do is to output here, okay, instead of jumping to do output, we jump all the way to the top. Alright, and then let's test to make sure that this is correct. It was 30 steps just now. Okay, we increase the command by 1 again. It should hopefully decrease. Alright, 1 step closer. Very good. Can we save a bit more somewhere? Alright, if it's negative, we copy outbox jump. Then what? Okay, if it's positive, we copy outbox jump. If it's negative, what will happen? If it's negative, we jump over to here just to copy outbox jump. let's not jump to here. Instead, if it's negative, right? Copy outbox jump. No matter how we have to jump twice, I think. No matter how we have to jump twice, unless we amortize. Let's see whether we can solve this without amortization. Let's look at another jump. Okay, is there another painful jump? This one, copy from 5. We will jump to here, just to outbox, and then jump to the top. So we can save one here. We will outbox and immediately jump to the top. I think it is like this. No. Okay, I like it when it doesn't cross, the arrow doesn't cross too much. Personal peeve. Okay, this should reach the speed challenge at the expense of the size. Alright, size will seriously overrun. Alright, we added 3 commands, but in exchange we hit the speed challenge. Yay! Alright, this is the solution for the speed. Yes, P-E-E-D. Alright, good job people. Alright, so we have a code for size, a code for speed. Okay, and that is a good time to end the video for today. Alright, if you enjoy watching my gameplay, hopefully it brings some value into your life. Alright, do like and share, and also click on the subscribe button to join me on more of such videos. Alright, it will be really nice. Okay, so Papa is done. Enjoy.